sunshine and Carolina blue skies here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hello, welcome to NASCAR.com GarageCam XFINITY Series style, presented by Mobile One. We're here in the NASCAR XFINITY Series garage, and yes, practice just got finished here. So we're going to get right to business here, looking at Dakota Armstrong's number 43 car in this garage right here. If you're new to the show and watching this live for the first time, hop in that chat room to your right. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see today on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Just follow the lead of people like, well, let's see. Who was the first in the chat room? Leah Bartlett. Oh, Leah Bartlett. You get the pole position today, girl. All right, Leah Bartlett. Casey Kane racing for JR Motorsports. We will get to that number 5 momentarily. It's on the other side of, actually it's on the same row as this garage. Ryan Sieg's car right here. And then right next door, the number 55 of Jamie Dick. As we bring you inside the garage. So start populating that chat room and let's hear from you right here on NASCAR.com.
Here's one right here.
Oh, let's see. Mike Abe, you want to see Eric Amarola. Well, there is the Eric Amarola, number 98 machine. The Dembesti, Biaggi Dembesti, number 98. You see Dembesti right there. And Eric Amarola is at the front of this machine, talking it over with his team between practice sessions here. 2 practice sessions here for the NASCAR XFINITY Series this weekend.
A little bit of a break right now before they head back out there at the end of this show.
Yes, and see inside the office here at Blake Cook, little pink steering wheel action there, Blake. Some pink tape around there. That's pretty cool.
Is that pink or purple?
So, well, it might be purple. It might just be my color blindness or something, apparently.
Light purple. It could be light
light
purple.
Light
purple. Yeah.
Well, Eric Amarola is talking right now, so we
he's
can't get him. We don't like to bother people too much when they're talking too much.
You don't like to bother people?
No, I like to bother you.
Oh, right.
Hey,
yeah.
Cal Connolly right here, back in black in the number 14 machine this weekend for Cal Connolly. The Jimmy Means own machine with that great run at Talladega earlier this year. The number 52 Joey Gase. I think we're gonna breeze right through these guys right here because people are debriefing with their crew. Jimmy Weller, good to see Jimmy Weller back, the number 90 machine right here. And
There, I see a driver.
there's Kyle Fowler. See if we can go talk to Kyle Fowler. The Power All machine right here, Kyle Fowler. We talked to you last week running the trucks, and then this week, great opportunity. How did it come about? Because I heard you had some help from a good friend in the garage.
Yeah, I'm friends with Eric McClure here, and then with him swapping teams there, that left the opening for me to get in this 26 car here, and I'm super excited about it. These guys working really hard on it. They stayed over at the shop till about 2 o'clock last night getting this thing dialed in for us there. We're struggling a little bit right now. We got to just get me comfortable with the car there where I can drive it a little bit better there, and got Power All coming on board with us this weekend. That's a new sponsor of the sport here, so we're excited to introduce them to the NASCAR here. So it's great to be back at the racetrack for sure, and looking forward to having a good run here.
How much fun are you having? Although you've been getting the last-minute nod for some of these, like last week, it was the day before.
That's right.
It's a little more notice this time.
Yeah, this time I knew I was going to do this one for a couple days at least, so I was able to kind of work on a few things, help us hopefully be better when we get to the racetrack here. So, yep, I'm excited about this deal for sure.
All right, Kyle Fowler, you go get him out there. He'll be trying to do a little bit better next practice for this Power All machine right here. Kyle Fowler, the talented young Georgia racer, having a little help from a friend. You get by with a little help from your friends right there. Eric McClure, one of the veterans and very well-respected members of this NASCAR XFINITY Series garage, is the driver of this hefty number 24.
You know, Dillner.
Come here.
Let's
talk.
go out here.
Let's talk to Green.
I see where you're heading.
Let's talk to Green. I mean, we don't get to talk to Jeff Green enough on NASCAR.com GarageCam.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What's up, buddy?
Doing good. Sweating a little bit, going back and forth. But
well, you're dressed in black. You're like Johnny Cash of the garage area here.
Yeah.
Has anybody
been
ever
around
told you that?
Johnny Cash? Not really. No, that's the first one. That's the first for Johnny Cash. Just so I'm like Jeff Green. That's all that matters to me. So it's been a good day. Been running the Cup car a little bit, and we're on the verge over there making it. So we'll just have to make sure the driver does his job here in a little bit. But the XFINITY car is really good, I think, for what we're trying to do with it. So looking forward to it. It's been a good homecoming. I don't live here anymore, so it's good to come back and spend a little time with the people that I lived here and was friends with for 20-some years. So
a little less pressure over here this weekend because the Cup side, there's like 48 cars there,
yeah.
And it's like you got to be on it or you're going home.
Yeah, going to send some good cars home, and you know, hopefully we're not one of them, but we're going to do our darndest to do what we can to get Curtis's car in. You know, we're fighting. Everybody's fighting the same thing: sunshine, nighttime, and trying to make the best guess. And you know, I'll do my darndest, like I said, to give them 110%, and hopefully that'll be enough.
Okay, do you have a favorite Johnny Cash song?
Oh man, if you'd said Steve Warner, I would have said something. But
well,
Johnny Cash, any of the prison songs, I think's pretty cool. But I don't know, Steve Warner, Teardrop, Home for the Weekend. That's probably my favorite one. But you know, I don't know. I'm a country music fan. I just don't, you know, I listen to them, and sometimes it just goes in one and out the other. So
as long as you're not singing them.
Well, I do that some, but Michelle keeps me on check on that. So
right.
Appreciate you guys, man.
You got it, man. Jeff Green, thanks for joining us. Oh, one of the good guys of the sport, Jeff Green, former champion of this series and heck of a race car driver himself.
You know, I dropped the ball. We were standing outside of Blake Cook's hauler there, and Lenny Whitehead. He wanted to see the number 8.
Oh, we missed it.
And he wanted us to tell him good luck.
Oh, well, Blake is a good guy.
Yeah.
And if he pops back out again, I'm sure Chuck Bush could grab him here as we look at Harrison Road's colorful Zero car. Let's show you how colorful this car is. Look at this thing.
Is that a Peacock? No, wait. Oh, that you're looking. I see where you're looking.
Deco plan on the side of Harrison Ford's car, but Peyton Sellers, the Virginia driver right here.
It's 2 colorful cars side by side.
There is a lot of color, Chuck Bush, in this side of the garage.
That is a peacock feather on the side there.
It is. It is a peacock feather?
Yeah.
We should ask Pete Sellers about that peacock feather.
Oh, look at the front. It's like got the eyes of a peacock, maybe.
Where? No.
On the hood?
Oh, it does on the hood.
Yeah, on the hood.
There you go. Carl Long right here. The Harmonator, excuse me. The Herminator's Mike Herman Jr., my good friend out of Kannapolis. And, yeah.
Get your...
They don't really look alike. BJ McLeod, the number 15 machine. Hey, give me that mic for a second. I'm going to hijack this mic here from him. And we're going to go up to, we're going to stalk here the Virginia driver right here, Peyton Sellers live on GarageCam. And good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir, man. It's good to be here.
What's the deal with the Peacock?
Well, that's part of Vroom Brands. Victor Biker, the owner of the team, he's running a theme car every single week.
Okay.
We had a zebra car one week. We had a cheetah car one week. This just happens to be the Peacock car.
Well, the cheetah car is fast.
Yes.
And what was the other one?
The zebra.
The zebra.
The zebra looks kind of cool. I'll be quite honest with you.
It is.
The Peacock is still growing on me a little bit right now. It's kind of a green up front and it fades to a turquoise.
Yeah, it is pretty.
It's wild. It's wild.
I had a zebra Snuggie once.
Yeah. TDS done a good job of printing the wrap. That's for sure. It's got a lot of wild colors.
It's got the eyes on the front.
It does. It does.
So, and the colorful feathers on the side.
Yeah.
So is that going to bring speed to you?
I sure think so. I'll be quite honest with you. We've got a new car going together here. We have had a little bit of struggles in the first practice with it, but we're looking forward to getting it going here in the second practice. So, you know, Victor, he's got a travel agency company with Vroom Brands, and that's what he's promoting is Africa, travel experiences, and then he's also bringing people over here. He's got about 10 customers coming over with him this weekend to kind of tour the U.S. some.
So I need to talk to him back on vacation.
Absolutely. That's where you need to go.
All right. Thanks a lot, Pete. So it's good to see you, too, on NASCAR.com. GarageCam, as I step on Chuck Bush.
You stepped on my foot.
I stepped on you, Chuck Bush.
You stepped on my foot.
I stepped on Chuck Bush. Poor Chuck Bush. I'm a little big.
Well, a little?
A little big. Did you get it?
You know,
did you like that?
Yeah.
15, BJ McLeod.
I really want to make a Highlander joke right now.
A Highlander joke is
there can be only one.
Is BJ in there? Getting it done inside there? Yes, he is. All right, BJ, you're live on NASCAR.com, man. I haven't seen you in a while, and you look like a little cramped here, so we'll make it a short interview.
Really
what you doing?
I don't think they were made for 6'1", 225 to be on the right side.
Well, you're kind of leaking. I see you dripping right there. Tell the fans what you're doing real quick.
It's about 100 degrees in here, and we had an ignition problem, so trying to replace some wires and get back out on the track for second practice.
Sweat equity, right?
Hey, that's right.
All right. BJ McLeod getting it done inside this number 15 here. Some problems on it, and the driver in there earning it today. That's pretty cool to see BJ McLeod, the Florida driver, in there doing his part. You get a lot of respect from your team when you do that, Chuck.
That's what I like about this this series, it feels old school to me.
Yep, it does. I mean, Jeff Green right here. You want to talk about old school? There you go, Jeff Green, the number 19 machine, and yeah, a lot of drivers here aren't too shy about climbing underneath their own cars. We saw Kyle Fowler last week, the young driver there, and he's not even an old school guy doing it in the truck series, so that's pretty cool. You look up here, you see Billy Boat and Chad Boat, father and son, talking at the front of their car. Hey, are we halfway yet?
We are not halfway. We're about
We're
10 minutes in.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
We're 5 away from halfway,
Well,
so we're having some fun.
I think it was Leah Bartlett wanted to see, and a few other Casey Kane fans populating our chat room.
Was
right
Leah
now.
Bartlett? She was the first in the chat, and she wanted to see the number 5 JR Motorsports.
Armor chili right there. You ever have some armor chili there, Chuck?
That ain't armor chili. That's you got Vienna sausages on the front of the car.
Vienna, you know, the last time I saw a Vienna sausage,
Vienna.
I was offered one by a man in overalls sitting in the grandstands at the last race at Rockingham.
Did he offer you a saltine with it too?
No, he didn't.
Then he didn't do it the right way. They're best served on saltine crackers.
Oh, Vienna. I love it. I did like Vienna fingers though. Remember that cookie?
Yeah.
Fantastic cookie. Hey, let's scroll around to the outside.
Going around
here.
the outside. You know,
This place has such great history.
well, you were talking about old school, man. It's just it's a great place. As Thomas Nellert, I might have pronounced his name wrong. I apologize, but he said, "Hi, Matt. CMS, really the best place to see a race. Was there 2 years ago. There's been a lot of great races over the years here."
Yes, it has, and I'll tell you what, this place is just crawling with history left and right. So many great race winners here, especially you look at Coca-Cola 600 weekend, and just absolute amazing names that have topped the list here in the NASCAR XFINITY Series and in Cup. Just so much history, so many great stories. We were talking about it before the show here. The first ever Coca-Cola 600, the World 600 back in the day. There was even an incident, a driver that got injured really bad, terrible wreck here. And before the paramedics could get to him, pit reporter Chris Economaki arrived at the scene, performed CPR on Lenny Page, and saved his life. You want to talk about stories that, you know, can only happen in racing. Racing is such a colorful sport. That's just one of those stories that just resonates with me about the brand of people we have in the garage area, how far we've come as far as safety, and the colorful history we have in our sport.
Well, speaking of colorful history and colorful future, fun fact for you guys coming in on the Sprint tablet, Jeff Gordon just announced that he will be in the broadcast booth for Fox next year for Cup races.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah, that just came in right here on the tablet.
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
What a great career. And now
that's past and future right there.
You're going to talk about one of the great broadcasters. First ballot Hall of Famer, of course, Jeff Gordon.
Clearly.
And now he's just we're going to be blessed to hear Jeff Gordon every single week on television when he's with Fox. That's great news right there.
Well, and now we're going to play a little nighttime, daytime.
Well, here we go.
I got a question
Landon
for you.
Castle, go for it. I like questions. Ross Chastain right here, the number 4. Let's talk some questions here because fans, if you've got a question,
that's what
chime
we got.
in on GarageCam.
Well, Kathy Ketchum has a question. She says, "What's the difference between racing in the day and then night?"
Oh, there's so many differences, and Kathy, it depends on the racetrack you're at. Some racetracks have different characteristics, and I'm not just talking about the banking and the length of the straightaways or what the size of the track. Some racetracks, depending on the way the asphalt is cured, depending on where they are geographically, handle differently. So some racetracks tighten up at night, some get looser at night. Here, typically at Charlotte, this place has a lot of grip at night, and during the day, it gets slick, it gets hot. So this race right here, the NASCAR XFINITY Series, will be during the blazing sun, the hot part of the day, which I tell you what, if you're going to be here as a fan, drinking some lemonade in the grandstands or your beverage of choice, you're going to see cars at the end of a long tire run slipping and sliding as they lose grip on the right rear of these tires right here. And that provides racing, that provides passing, that manufactures some amazing action. And you'll see it here at the 1.5 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Great question. We like questions.
Well, we've got another question. This one from Nathan Buckley.
Nathan
says,
Buckley.
Hey, Matt.
Hi.
Is it a long day doing this, or is it short?
Hey, you know what? Any day at the racetrack is a beautiful day for me. I grew up in the sport of auto racing at Stafford Motor Speedway in Connecticut, and Islip Speedway in Long Island, Riverhead Raceway, and I dreamed of making it to this level. Just like all these crew guys do, you work your career to make it here to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and NASCAR XFINITY Series, and when you get here, yeah, we work hard and we sweat, and work is work. You know, whether you're in an office right now or you're at the racetrack, there's parts of work that, you know, quite frankly stink sometimes. But you know what? We're at the racetrack here, and if you don't realize how lucky and blessed you are to be here,
well, it's 5:15, so I hope they're not at work right now.
No.
5:15 on a Thursday on a holiday weekend.
David Starr is at work. He's in this number 44 Zachary Chevrolet. Right next door, Jeremy Clements.
And I think I see him out
Okay,
here.
let's go bomb Jeremy Clements.
Yeah, well, we got to get Kirby out of the way.
Oh,
he's bombing us.
Oh, that was an excellent shot.
Debris.
Hey, you know what? The repairablevehicles.com car is trying to give me something to repair by hitting me with a water bottle there.
We don't want that.
Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt Jr. there.
Hey, guys.
You had a sidekick with you before. Where'd he go?
Who the heck's that? Charles Lewandowski. Is that come out?
Oh, wait, that's right. It's past his bedtime now. He needed warm milk.
Is
Matlock on?
He's
Matlock is on. Murder, She Wrote.
I told you he'd be
He
gone.
turned 40 this weekend, didn't he?
41.
41,
He's the big 4-0. No,
so
he was
I'm glad
here.
you're only, 26?
Sure, you know, one time I was. Sure, we'll say that. Yeah, we're having a good time today at Charlotte, though. Man, it's fun to be here, isn't it?
It's fun to be here. You know, we were talking about the great history of this place, but just the fact that we get to wake up in our own beds and come to the racetrack, and all our friends are here, and all the people, you know, a lot of the people, you know, you grew up and you raced in the South Carolina area.
That's right.
I know so many people can come here that watched you race a late model, can come here to Charlotte and watch it, so it's got to be a really cool feeling.
I love it. We're only an hour, 10 minutes away, so it's great. All the family, friends come here. It's kind of like our home track, you know, so I love coming to Charlotte, get to watch the big screen, and it's such a fun track, like I said. And how many times you hear people say that?
Yeah, well,
so excited, it's so much fun.
but it's true. You know, we just had a fan question. I forgot who it was, but it actually talked about, you know, work. You know, do you work hard?
This is work.
Is this work? But
this is work.
Exactly that. You know, when you were racing and cutting your teeth in a dirt late model in South Carolina, you always wanted to be here. So
yes, I did.
When you look at the perspective of it, is it really work?
It's a blessing. No, it's not work at all. It's definitely a good blessing. Thank the good Lord every time I get in the car, because I tell you what, it can come to an end any time. So you got to appreciate what you have. And even though we want to, you know, compete for wins for races, we're still here, and we're a very competitive team. So having a good time and always trying to improve.
And last week, you guys struggled there as far as staying on that lead lap with a big group of cars and some long green runs there, but still a pretty good performance for that number 51 team.
Yeah, we finished 15th.
Yeah.
We didn't have our normal pit crew was not there, so we had to get some other people. They really tried hard. You know, it's a couple of them's first time, so we really struggled to pit. So coming 13th one time and went out 23rd, that wasn't good. But you know, it was hard to overcome that. But you know, if we could get a top 15 here, it'd be tough, because you got, you know, you big teams, Kyle Larson. Well, just go down through there, and it's all the big teams. So it's going to be hard to beat them.
Hey, real quick, you've done the Stash for Cash thing before. You've been involved in it.
Yeah. I was
talking this week.
Talking to Kyle, Ricky, and Kirby here about it. Hey, wave at the camera. Kyle, Ricky.
Hello.
Hi.
And we're talking about we were talking about the Dash for Cash thing before.
She had to tell me all about it, because I didn't, you know.
It's 4 races.
Yep.
Okay, and this is the first qualifier.
This is the qualifier.
The top 4 points eligible XFINITY Series drivers move on to the next race, and whoever finishes first in that next race of those 4 drivers wins $100 grand.
$100
You guys could use that $100 grand.
Man, I love it. I'd take us all out to eat. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry, guys.
You all right there? So Jeremy Clements is taking GarageCam person and me out to lunch. You know, if you take me out to lunch, you might only have about $10,000 left.
I don't think you've got enough money.
No, we're not going to lunch. We're going to dinner.
You see the way this thing goes right here, rolls right here. This is.
Hey, I like to eat too, so we have a good dinner. So hopefully we can, you know, win that. We qualified. We were in it last. Who are we looking at over here?
People are waving.
Oh, hey,
they
guys.
saw Jeremy Clements and they're just waving.
I'm sure that's what
everywhere.
It was.
So
we're going to try to qualify for that deal, though.
Okay,
you know, we can
that's
do
the
it.
deal.
We've done it last year, so we'll do it again.
We're
going to win it.
Then
we're going to dinner. Everybody.
Done deal. All right. Jamie Vance, yes.
See y'all later.
All right, now you got to get back to my Jeremy. All right, have a good day, Jeremy Clements, one of the colorful characters of our sport. Hey, I think we see another driver over here.
Yeah, well, I see 2 drivers over there.
Let's see. Suarez is sitting here, and Mr. D'Souza, how you doing? And are you like partaking in some of the lunch here? What's the deal, man?
Yeah, we're waiting for some salmon from Mr. Stevo.
Is that so? Is that the between practice?
No.
Is that the between practice secret right there? Is the salmon for speed?
Right there is the speed. That's why we are 16 right now, and we're to be top of the board.
So yeah, so if you eat the salmon, is it worth like 2/10? Where are you going to be on the board in the second practice?
I'm not sure how much we are off, but I think it's like 3. So it's going to be like 4 right there.
Okay, so you'll be in the top 3.
P1.
P1. All right. You
No
got
question.
Daniel Suarez getting the salmon, and he's going to get to the top of that leaderboard here on NASCAR.com for the next practice. And
We've got about 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left, and there
10 minutes left.
Driver Ryan Reed signing some autographs here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The winner, of course, at Daytona. Having some fun, meeting some fans here in the garage area.
I hear he's also a stellar speller.
Oh, yeah, we might have to check that out. Chuck Bush, of course, always comes up with great ideas. Always blessed to work with Chuck Bush on the F post.
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah,
Hashtag blessed to work with Chuck Bush.
For that. He always picks on me for that, but I love it. And we do a segment on NASCAR.com called the F Post. So every once in a while you'll see goofy videos, fun videos, and that's what we do. That's what we like to do.
I mean, we are goofy. We are fun.
Well,
We're two wild and crazy guys.
Crazy guys. We skipped a lot of cars here. Kyle Larson, the number 18 right over here of Daniel Suarez. The 62 of Brendan Gaughan with the awesome helmet.
We did talk to Daniel Suarez, though.
We'll try to talk to a few more of these guys here.
I saw a couple of folks walking out towards the cars. You know, it's getting close. Got about 9 minutes left. Hamlin running the 54.
Denny Hamlin in the 54, of course. Elliott Sadler in this one main financial machine right here. And you see action picking up in the garage suddenly. Well, that's because everybody knows that, hey, like that 9-10 minutes, we got to get these cars off of jack stands, off of scale pads, like Regan Smith's car here, well, you get ready for practice.
You figure you get out of the heat for a little bit, but you got to get back out in it.
Yeah.
But you got to cool down some.
Here's Brian Scott right here, the number 2 machine. What's up, B. Scott?
What's up?
How you doing, man? Good run last week at Iowa and a fairly decent run at Little 600.
No, I was disappointed in my efforts on the Little 600.
Not a fan of the rain?
You know, I'm married and I have kids, and I can't get out to GoPro Motorplex as much as some of those guys.
So in other words, they were practicing.
Just as I started feeling good about where I was, it rained, and that threw a monkey wrench in the whole deal. And I realized I'm not really great in a rental cart on rain just yet. You know, I've raced these XFINITY Series cars at Road America in the rain, and I did really good. I ran second, even battled for the lead a little bit in the rain. So I thought maybe I'd be a little better, but it's kind of a whole different bag of tricks for those rental carts.
So how were you in that first practice, and what can we expect out of this number 2 car this weekend, especially Saturday, that hot, greasy racetrack?
Yeah, so the first practice I felt like was the best practice for race conditions Saturday. Just looking at time and temperature and sun, which is really important here at Charlotte. Our Shoreline Chevrolet was third quick, but I like how it was driving. We're just fine-tuning the balance, trying to get that just right. This next practice will still be a good practice, but you're going to start getting some shade cast down on certain parts of the racetrack. And I don't feel like the track conditions, temperature, and sun are going to be exactly like it's going to be on Saturday, but I still think you can learn a lot.
All right, Brian Scott, appreciate it, man. Brian Scott, good in the rain, good everywhere. Brian Scott on the heels of, in my opinion, getting his first win here in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. And, of course, remember, the NASCAR XFINITY Series, that Dash for Cash program is starting this week. And I'll tell you what, that's a great bonus incentive program for some of these guys that are XFINITY Series regulars, like Regan Smith, who could use that deal to kind of turn his season around. So
I do believe that tomorrow there will be a video on NASCAR.com explaining the whole Dash for Cash process. So if you go on there tomorrow, there's nothing going on the track, but go on the website, look at this video that's going to be on there.
Bubba Wallace, one of the drivers, and Chase Elliott, these drivers that are eligible for that program. Austin Dillon is not, because he's running the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series regularly. Everybody's eating around me. Smells like yummy food around here. What's the deal? Eric Jones right here, the number 20 machine. See if we can squeak on in here. And look at Kevin Harvick driving the number 88 for Junior Motorsports. And here is Ty Dillon, fresh new haircut for Ty Dillon, and he looks a little bit better than the guy on the side of his car.
Yeah, they said they were gonna do a self-portrait. I don't think I like the way it turned out. So, no, it's really cool to have National Wild Turkey Federation on board with our Bass Pro Chevy, and it's always cool to have the whole flying turkey with us.
Now, this is a qualifier for the Dash for Cash thing. Y'all don't think about that until you're hopefully one of the top 4 cars, but how cool of a program is that?
It's awesome. It's so cool that Xfinity continued the program with the Dash for Cash, and hopefully we'll qualify this week. We got a great car, so I think we have a good opportunity to do so.
You got a fast turkey?
I think we do have a fast turkey.
All right, man. Ty Dillon trying to get that turkey around the track as quick as he can. Oh, you know what? Chuck Bush, my spotter for the day, just pointed out, and I'm multitasking here. Yeah, Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick talking over some things here after that first practice, going into this practice. Chris Buescher strapping on the helmet here of the number 60 machine. Ryan Blaney right next door, the number 22. A little photo bomb there. Let's scroll on over here and see if we can talk to some guys. I don't know. Let's freelance. We showed everybody. We just showed Blaney's
We've
car.
got about 4 minutes left.
Oh, this is great. I love when we have 4 minutes left and we showed, okay, all you race fans, let's give some shout outs to some people in the chat room maybe that we haven't talked to.
Looking. Donald Corbin. You want to give him a shout out?
What's up, Donald Corbin? You just did.
Yeah. He says, woohoo, crank, crank. Want to see that 22 car, please?
Boom, son. Bubba Wallace.
There's Bubba Wallace right there. Darrell
Wallace.
Wallace Jr. walking around.
Dude, where's my car? Is Bubba Wallace.
He's looking for his car. It's backed in, so he probably couldn't see it.
Here is Bubba Wallace.
You can watch him on our softball feature because he was playing for Team Pocono with Matt Dillner.
We lost.
That'll air. Yeah.
When is that going to air, Chuck? Before the Dover
I believe
race?
it's next week, heading into Dover. But you know, Bubba did a lot better than Matthew Dillner did.
Bubba can swing the bat.
He can. He got a pretty good
He's slightly
hit.
more athletic than I.
He scored at least 1, maybe 2 runs.
Oh, it's Jonathan Merriman.
Hey, he's
how you
back.
doing? How you doing? How you doing there, big guy?
We could interview Jonathan if you wanted to.
Yeah, we could. Well, we'll get back. We're gonna have some time.
3 minutes.
3 minutes to go, and I like to stalk. See if we could get some drivers.
You like
here.
to stalk?
Yeah, we got to see if we could get a driver or two
Not
for these
creepy
fans.
at all.
You know that this show is for the fans, and we want to talk to as many people as we can.
Yeah.
And right now, I don't see any.
We need to talk to people.
Live, raw, uncut. Jonathan Merriman. Here's our new guy here.
Jonathan Merriman. How do you feel being here at NASCAR.com?
Feel great about it, but you know it's getting pretty sparse when you're talking to me on GarageCam.
So
is it sparse?
So you're going to help us spot drivers here?
Sure. Who do you want?
Blaney
was over in the corner.
Blaney was in the corner. I didn't see Blaney in the corner there. At least we talked to him in the first GarageCam. We should try to stalk. You know what? Let's go see if Brendan Gaughan's here.
And we already talked to that driver.
Yeah, we already talked.
He threw a bottle.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at this, folks. Come here.
I got your mic right here.
You got it. Look at this. Okay, we talked about the tattoos. Look at this tattoo right here. This is a Brendan Gaughan fan here. Why don't you tell us who you are, where you're from, and what your deal is there?
My name is Rayanne, and I'm from Cornelius, North Carolina. And I'm just Brendan's fan.
The biggest Brendan Gaughan fan, I think, ever. And what do you got? Oh, you got some more here. We got Brendan Gaughan tattoos here. We've got Austin Dillon and The Onion, Todd Bodine right there, Justin Lofton. Maybe we could get like a GarageCam tattoo on there someday.
I'm covering one.
You're what? You're what?
I'm covering one. So.
Oh, so there is a GarageCam tattoo already. Yeah.
Well, it'll be yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. So what does Brendan think of your tattoos?
I can't believe you did it.
Does he have a tattoo of you in return?
No.
No. Maybe we can work that out.
That'd be a good F-post idea.
That would be an amazing.
He promised me that he would go to the tattoo shop when he won again for me to get the next win.
That is awesome. Oh, look at that. Some great stuff right there. Never give up, BG. You know, let's see. Right now, if we get a new one done, this is 2014, we might have to move it up the arm.
I get the whole
No, but if
arm.
you look, Brennan's a little thinner right there than he is now, so we might have to move it up the arm.
That
Just
is mean.
saying.
That
Just
is mean.
saying. Hey,
But you know what? The cars are starting to roll out, and Louis DiDonato, he would like to see Chase Elliott. Well, there is Chase Elliott right there, rolling by
So much
Louis.
history at this place here, the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Since 1982, Harry Gant winning the first one, Sam Ard in 1983 adding his name to the list, a former NASCAR XFINITY Series champion, a guy that anytime we're here in Charlotte we think of suffering from some Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, and everybody here in the garage area always thinking of the legendary Sam Ard. Definitely a Hall of Famer in my book right there. So many greats have won races here. Young guns like Chris Buescher trying to get his name added to that list, like guys like Robbie Moroso did when he scored the hat trick, the 3 wins in a row in the 90s. Folks, this is GarageCam, this is NASCAR XFINITY Series, and we are going practicing right now. The final practice session, we've turned them loose. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, and until next time, folks, hey, we'll see you at the races.